Assalamu alaikum. It is just gone 8:36 a.m. This is News and Views with me, Julie Ali. Welcome back, and we're now crossing over to dear sister Nadia Jacobs to hear about her horrific ordeal at OR Tambo. And it seems that this terrible story keeps on repeating over and over and over again, despite ongoing meetings with ulama bodies and AXA, the airports company South Africa, regarding, all I can say is that it is outright harassment of Muslim ladies, Muslim girls, and women who are traveling between OR and other destinations. And when they are in hijab or niqab, they seem to be targeted. So let's hear about Nadia Jacobs's ordeal at OR Tambo. Nadia, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm so sorry that you've had to experience this outrage. Thinking that I'm sure you were thinking that you're going to be flying out of OR Tambo. The issue has been addressed, and as a hijab wearing Muslim lady, you are going to not have any problems whatsoever. What happened, and when did this happen?
So this happened yesterday. So, the thought has not even crossed my mind as I'm a hijabi that travels often. So that is not even on your mind when you pass through the airport.
Mm,
So on my way home, sorry, I sound a bit groggy because I had some flu. On my way home to Cape Town, after spending a week in Pretoria and Johannesburg, um, uh, with the marriage conference that happened in Cape Town and Pretoria. So as
mm.
I was passing through, I took off my bangles and my watch because I don't like the alarm was off. So I did that. I walked through. The alarm doesn't sound, but the lady says, "Come, I must search you." So that immediately, like I said, like the alarm didn't go off. She says, and this is what triggered the whole thing. It's because of the Duke. Exact words
Mm.
was, because of the Duke, I must search you.
Oh dear.
So it's not like I don't feel that I'm immune to be searched because I'm Muslim. I don't feel any of those. If I need to be searched, the alarm goes off. There's no issue. But it's what was said to me at that moment. It's because of the Duke you must be searched. And
So, how
then I
did you
said,
respond, Nadia?
my immediate reaction was no. The alarm did not go off, so are not going to search me.
Mm.
Then immediately, like a very big guy came forward, spoke very loudly to me, and said, "You must be searched." So I said, "The alarm did not go off, so I'm not going to be searched." Then he said to me, "If that's the case, you're going to go into that room and take it off then." So by this time, I took my phone out and I put on video, but I didn't point it at anybody. I just had it in my hand. And that's a little bit of footage that was posted by Yusuf Abramji.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
he then insisted that I don't record them. I was a little bit intimidated. I was not just a little bit intimidated. I was actually quite intimidated and scared. So I stopped immediately. Then a woman came along because I said, "Is there none of your superiors that I can speak to?" And the lady said, "Well, this is our senior." And I said, "Well, if this is your senior, then what do I do? What leg do I have to stand on? I'm not going to be searched because it did not go." Then another woman came. By this time, I was surrounded by a couple of people who they weren't very nice. They were speaking to me in a very arrogant, very narcissistic manner, in a very autocratic manner, and which left me like very fearful. But I mean, like at this stage, I knew I had no leg to stand on. Then a younger man came to me and said to me, "If you are not going to be searched, we are going to call the authorities. We are not going to allow you to pass." I've been away from home for a week.
Mm.
So my fears were that they were not going to let me get onto the plane. They made it clear that they're going to make my life really unpleasant for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I, 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 I I mean, at this stage now, sitting on this interview, I'm thinking, what if I could have done this? I could have done that. I have many, but my main aim was to get home and not to be kept back from my flight home. But I was clearly intimidated. I was very fearful. I was, I had a whole lot of people surrounding me, speaking to me in a very arrogant manner. And clearly it was Islamophobia. I was being profiled. There was, in the first instance, there was a white lady that followed me. Sorry to use the race, but she shook her head and she said, "This is not on."
Mm.
Then by the time after I allowed them now to pat me down and search me, another white lady said, "I agree with you, this is not on."
Mm-hmm. What happened
I mean,
thereafter,
by the
Nadia?
time they were finished with me, I was in tears.
Mm. Did they apologize at any point, perhaps saying things like,
Nope,
"We're only doing our job, we don't
nope,
mean to intimidate you"? No apology
nope,
whatsoever.
nope. There was, if any one of them had spoken to me in a decent manner, it would have been a completely different situation. But none of them. The one lady said to me, I said to her, the alarm did not go off, so why would you want to search me? I said, anywhere in the world, if the alarm doesn't go off, just let you go. She said to me, in a very arrogant intimidated by these. It's
Nadia,
a
what
local
happened
flight. It's not
thereafter?
even
Did
at Johannesburg to Cape Town. So I don't
what
have.
did you do?
I
And then once you,
I
because
tried to
you're
call people
breaking
in
up.
Johannesburg that I stayed with. They didn't answer. And then I thought, who else can I call? Whilst I was making the call, they said, stop recording us. I said, I'm not recording, you making a call. And I showed them I'm making a call. They said, put the phone down. You're not allowed to make the phone call here. Everything that was said to me was said in a screaming manner, in a very shouting manner, in, yeah. And I am thinking I should have
Okay,
maybe
what?
let them call the I should have let them play through and see what happened.
All
See
right,
how would it
Nadia,
come out.
what's your next
Don't
move
know. I
then?
don't know what happened. Um, sorry, I did not.
What is your next? I'm wondering what's going to happen because from
Sorry,
the
I lost you there.
previous of okay, I this line is so bad. I'm not sure if
I
it's on
think you
my
have a
side or
connection
on
problem.
Nadia's side. Let me just read this. Yep, Nadia, I think we're going to have to wrap up here because the line is very bad. I'm so sorry for your ordeal. I hope you're going to take this matter further. Undoubtedly, Yusuf Abramji is on top of it as well. And we hope that, there's going to be a lot of about it. And we as
Apparently,
Muslim
in the news
women
this morning,
should
I
not
was
treat it this way at the
that
airport.
is what other people say.
Okay, I understand that it's our network that is problematic due to the ongoing rain. So I think we are going to have to leave that. I'm so, so sorry, Nadia. I did want to hear what you're going to be doing next. But let's just read this tweet. Nadia Jacobs was flying from OR Tambo International to Cape Town. Despite the security detector not going off, she was asked to go into a room to take care and be searched. She refused. This is an ongoing problem at airports. Why are Muslim women being profiled? And this was tweeted by at Mbalula Fikile. And obviously, from the previous incidents with other Muslim ladies, Shanaz Park being one of them, and Nadia Adams was the first lady who raised the alarm on this issue. We were assured by the airport company that they are going to treat this issue very sensitively, and it seems if the incompetence and the mumbling is on at OR Tambo. Either their ground staff have not been given instructions on how to deal with women wearing the hijab, especially if the alarm doesn't go off, or they just haven't been properly trained in how to deal in a more diplomatic manner regarding women in hijab and niqab. I think we are tired and we really need to make a bigger noise about, very especially if it can go off, that we should be treated with dignity that we deserve, inshallah. 8:48 exactly, news and views on Salam Media. Coming up next, we're going to be talking with Hassanain Abdullah, project manager at OCAF South Africa.
A